Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to graph using Google Sheets. So first thing you're going to do once you open your blank spreadsheet is label everything. So we're going to start off with session date and percentage. I'm going to make up some random dates for you here. So let's do 4/21. All right, and I'm gonna make up some random percentages. Let's say they started with a 30 and went to 56, maybe 84, 90, and 100. So once you have your data points in, you're gonna hold your mouse down and select all of this area. Go to Insert, Chart, and then you get this. So first thing I like to do is change the color. So we're going to make sure that's black and size 2 on the point size. So after your line is black, you can go ahead and get rid of these grid lines. So you're going to click on it, deselect that, and click on major ticks instead. You're going to make sure that says outside, and then you'll be left with these little lines here. I'm going to do the same thing for the other ones. Deselect major grid lines and hit major ticks outside. So the next thing I notice is your values on the side. We always like to start with 0 and go all the way up to 100. Next thing, you're going to go down again to this area. When it says step, you're going to make sure it says 10. So you'll see it goes 0, 10, 20, all the way up to 100. Okay, another thing you're going to want to do is slant your labels to a 40-degree angle. And last thing, I want to change the title on my graph. So you're going to start off with your client initials. I'm going to use my own in this case, and a client number that I made up for myself right now. And then I'm going to add the program name. So we'll call this one Introverbal Personal Information, and be sure to include the program number as well. So that's DT8I for this one. I'm going to select, make sure it's centered, black, and size 12 font. So that is how you do your basic graph. And when you input data points, they'll just go into the graph once you have it set up. So I'm going to take this a little further. Once you have your basic graph, let's say your client mastered the program, you might want to add a maintenance column. So I'm going to add some more dates. Let me fix this one. 4/28, 21. I don't know why that one's not working. All right, 4/30, 21. All right, so your maintenance is going to start over here. So you're just going to input these 100, 90, 99, just made up some random ones. So you'll notice that didn't automatically go in when you put your maintenance in. So you're going to need to edit your chart. Okay, you're going to hit add series. Go to that little box thing and it says select a data range. And I'm going to click on this and hit command or control, and also click on your dates. And then you will be left with this. But we need to change that color because we don't leave it orange. So we're going to make it some type of gray. I usually do that one right there, the dark gray 2. Point size is also 2, but we're going to change it to a triangle just so it looks a little different. So there's how you add a maintenance column onto your graph. And last thing I'm going to show you is how to add a phase change to your graph. So let's say you want a line to show where an intervention was started. There is a way to add that. So you're going to start off the same again. Session date. I'm going to put frequency because if you use a phase change, you're likely doing that on a behavior to decrease. So I'm going to make up some random dates again. All right, so I'm going to say the frequency was maybe 30, 33, 34. Let's say on 4/24 you decided to start an intervention. Let's say the behavior is at maybe 25. You're going to put a number here, and that'll help you out later when we get to the graph. So we're going to continue to fill out your data points. All right, I'm going to go ahead and select all of this, including that little number over there. We're going to hit Insert, Chart, and start off the same way. And when you're doing all this formatting, it doesn't really matter what order you go in. Make that outside. We're going to change this to black, point size 2. All right, let me go fix this, make it 40 degrees. And since this is a behavior, we might not want to go all the way to 100. I usually go a few more than our highest point. So looks like our highest point here is somewhere around maybe 33. So I might go 0 to, let's do 50. All right, and you'll see that little dot over there from where I added that number. You're going to click on it, and you're going to click on error bars. Value is going to be, let's make it 100. So you'll see it goes all the way up and down. We want that to be black. And the point size 0, so we don't have that little bubble up top. For this, we don't need a legend, so we're going to hit none. And that just shows you that on 4/24, we start an intervention, so we have a nice line. And last thing we don't want to forget is to add our chart title. So I'll put LM, my initial 012, my client number. And we're going to put behavior, let's say non-compliance. We're going to make that centered, black, and size 12 font again. All right, so that is how you put a phase change line in your graph. And the very last thing I'm going to show you is what happens if you upload a graph from Excel or a different spreadsheet and it just doesn't quite look right. So I have this graph over here and I uploaded it straight from Excel. So you'll see this part looks pretty similar, but when I go to the graph, it just doesn't look quite right. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to edit that chart. And I'm going to make this black. I'm going to make that size 2 and size 2. We're going to go down here. Okay, major ticks. It's already selected to be outside, but sometimes it just doesn't work. So you have to deselect, select it again, and hit outside. And now we see those lines below. We're going to make sure those dates are on a 40-degree angle. This is where I see the biggest problem over here. So I'm going to click on it. Minimum value 0, max 100. And then right here where it says number format, I'm going to hit none. Then I'm going to go back to grid lines and ticks, step, put our values in as 10. So now it's looking pretty normal again. Just going to go up here and fix our title. So I'm going to put my initials, client number 012, and this is a turn taking program, and that's DT3A. So we just want to select it. It's already centered. We're going to make it black and size 12 font. So that is how you fix a graph if it's coming from Excel and just didn't format right. So if you have any other questions on how to graph, you can contact me or Renee or one of the BCBAs. Thank you.